Welcome back. Football is still the topic of discussion. Remote tafuleng, etlale fork and knife, come and feast. Gentlemen, we spoke about Pirates.
Yeah.
Mara Stellies SC, Stellies Leona, they venture into Africa via Moses Mabhida. An avalanche of goals that we've witnessed.
Amazing. You know, I must give kudos to Steve Barker. Steve Barker has lost players. We thought these were players that would take him further into the season. And he says to me, hey guys, relax. I've got players here that are going to show you flames. You reference a player in Langelisha Pilan. That boy is something else. He was number 11. We're going to see that boy come up into a Stellies team. He's going to show us flames.
Plug and play.
Bona, Stellies, Italy. We can't question that.
Maposa, Italy, Stellies, plug and play, players come and go. Fawaaz Basadien.
His value's gone up.
His value.
If you saw him last week and you want now, he's got two weekends.
He's in the Bafana squad.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row plus Bafana.
So the parents
wanted him. The value's gone up.
Are they ready to lose a player like him?
Look, and I think we've got to be able to give credit to Coach Steve Barker and his technical team, from analysts to the guys like Jean that are there. Because when you look at what Stellies for the past 3 seasons have lost quality players. You're looking at the Dupree when he left, Quinica when he left. You're looking at the following season, the Mendietas left. And then you're now having with the likes of Van Rooyen have left. And now you've got Reyners that has left.
Van Veek.
With goals. And he's not just left, he's left with goals.
But what Stellies have done, and that's the beauty of having a technical team that's been there for a while and they play to a system rather than an individual. All they've done is to be able to say, come in and play. Because the technical team at senior level clearly influences what's done at DDC level, clearly influences what is done at under 19 level, because this is the same Stellies that's winning the development trophies that are happening, the likes of Engine Cup and everything. Stellies are the defending champion. We saw a Stellies team that went overseas to a Gen X competition. So that tells you that there's growth within the club. For me, there's a say that I like to say, and I mean this with the greatest respect. What Stellenbosch are doing, they are doing what Ajax of Amsterdam has always done.
Plug and play, copy and paste. Look, we see Stellies playing against Sundowns. How do you feel they've applied themselves? Because we saw they got a result. Taking that into consideration, they've just signed a striker in Cupido.
You know, it's interesting when you look at a Stellies versus a Sundowns. You look at the confidence they bring into the team. You look at the play. You might look at probably the first 15 minutes of the game and see that it was all over. Even for Sundowns, it was all over. But for Stellies, they have this thing already. We'll give you an opportunity to settle in. And they do that so well. You look at, in terms of what Mpo is talking about, the system. When you talk about the system that they apply when they come into their games, it tells you that this is a team that says, we want to win games. You know, they're not going to sit at the back and watch what you do with the ball. They're going to come at you. They're going to come at you hard. There's a moment whereby, probably in the first 30 minutes of that game, and Steve Barker stood up, and you can see he was furious with the players to say, why aren't you going at them? Why aren't you going at them? Look at what happened. They got a penalty out of that.
And let me ask you, because do they now give the Confederation Cup a full go? Looking at the squad composition, look at the number of the players that they have, taking into account that they still have an empty and that they might want to win and defend the Kalim Black Label Cup?
Look, for me, I think I said this the last time. I said for me, it's more of an experience point of view for Stellies. Because now, when you look at a Confed and you look at how our league is shaped up, I don't see them really going any further in terms of that. They might come and claim probably semi-finals and all that. But if they can push it to the semi-finals, we can give it to them and say, you're going to the finals and so forth. But what I've seen in the previous seasons with Steve Barker in these tournaments, it's just a matter of him saying, let me give my players experience for the league.
Inversely, you look at a team that they played against, which is Mamelodi Sundowns. They were playing quite a different type of football. Was it Stellenbosch that forced them to play that type of football? Or is it how Sundowns is going to play moving forward?
Look, I think it's a double-edged sword in terms of from a Sundowns perspective. Because what you've got is that the technical team has changed. While Coach Manqoba may have been there, he was not the head coach, he was an assistant coach to Coach Rulani. So the philosophy is what Coach Rulani wanted it to be. Coach Manqoba's got a different identity that he wants to be able to play with. You would see Sundowns using a lot of width, Sundowns going through the middle. You've got Ribeiro that's dropping deep to be able to collect the ball. So those are the things that you've got whereby Sundowns are now trying to adapt to a new way of playing. If anybody wants to be able to see chameleon football, find a link to watch football in Morocco, not at Sundowns. Sundowns is going to be a very different team. But even with that, who knocked out Sundowns in the Nedbank Cup 2 seasons ago?
Stellies.
Who's the
Through Mvala era.
And those are the things where you look at Stellies have been, it's almost as if they're that hoodoo team for Sundowns. Because the way they play, the way they press, the systems that they implement. So you've got now a Sundowns that needs to learn how to play differently, that needs to adjust how they play. And then you've got your hoodoo team that comes and says, regardless of who you are, we come in because we are so systematic and this is how we play. So that was the double-edged sword that Sundowns faced.
SC, I saw a chance from Mshishi, a chance from one-on-one, and I'm talking about these one-on-one chances from Sales,
and
Shalulile. So now Stellies cannot be comfortable and say we got a result because we had to get a result. Should there be cause for concern to say our defense has been breached that many times to a point that they could have scored 3-4 goals, these guys?
Look, they should be worried because now they've played a team that has lost the game, that says we want to come back and win. You're playing Sundowns, you're not playing any other team. You're playing a former champion, you know, a CAF semi-finalist, you know. This team has such power in it to an extent that you can't come into a Sundowns team and say, you know what, let me relax and park the bus, you know. Low blocks are a challenge for Sundowns, but this time around, a coach that has come in and said, I've got wait.
Stellies have never played a low block.
Just a minute, yeah.
To get to that part, Obviously, they're not going to play that.
Yeah.
They're not going to play that. The interesting thing about this, there's truth to something that's happening at Sundowns. Sundowns has never won 2 games. Semi-finals in MTN. Stellies and the teams that have beaten Sundowns got these kind of games. They've gone and won the tournament.
So quickly, are you saying Stellies ya winner?
Yeah, Stellies not going to win.
All right. Lumutlile here SC, and Stellies is not going to win. I'll hold him accountable for that, Bahaito. We thank you for watching this show, and next week I'll be bringing people to predictions. Do make sure that you tune in and I never rock.